I found a better thing for the ducks, and they're loving it. So the thing about putting some kind of pool in when you mix your chickens and your ducks, it's very important to not make the pool too deep. This way, these little chicks don't drown. So you have to make it half as deep as what it is, but if it's really super deep, you have to make sure that they can stand in it if they jump in. There's the rest of them. They're eating. It's breakfast time. They act like I don't feed them, but they always have a full feeder. I don't know what it is. It's just dicks. Oh, yep. Duckies love to swim. That's what they do. I love the peeping sounds. It's just what makes me happy. Yeah, so this setup, if anyone can find one of these stock tanks anywhere, this one is actually quite large. We bought it new years ago with the intentions of making a hillbilly hot tub. We got the, put in the ports and the drain pipe and the whole deal. And it just never really heated up very well. I don't know if we had the copper piping wrong or whatever. But then it just sat unused because it's too deep for my goats to drink from. I mean, it is quite deep. It's got to be 2.5 feet deep. And it's just too large for anything else. So I had seen a Tractor Supply that they're smaller, but this is what they use to keep their chicks in. So I went, ding, ding, holy shit, I'm going to use it for my chicks. And it's actually working beautifully because when it's really cold, you can hang 2 heat lamps or 3 or 4 or however many you need. And the heat lamps are super safe. There's no chance that will catch fire because it's metal on metal. And then there's nothing touching. You just have a piece of baling twine tied very securely up to here, and it doesn't get too hot, so that's perfect. Then you put your chicks in it, and I just kind of bent some welded wire over it so that anything might have a hard time getting in. I mean, not weasels, obviously, because the weasel will squeeze right through, but my dogs, basically, is what I kind of don't want getting in there. This moron and Chunk! Where's Chunk? Chunk! Come here, buddy! I don't know where he is. He's the one that's fascinated with the birds. And not that he would hurt them. Here he comes. Hi, Chunk! He likes to sit and watch them a lot. And I didn't want him getting in with them. And also, chicks love to run and flap their wings. And when one runs and flaps their wings, they all run and flap their wings. And they will often perch on things, which I actually have to make them some perches soon. But they'll jump out. And I don't my chicks, don't make them friendly, so they're really hard to catch if they get out. And then if they get out, the dogs, what are you doing? Come on, Chunk, get out of there. I don't know what he's doing. He likes to chase them when they're out, and then, forget it. You never catch him again because he scatters them 7 sheets to the wind. So, yep, secure top, heat source. You could tell your heat source is sufficient when they're all spread out like this. They're everywhere. And that means they're comfortable. If they're all just huddled underneath the heat lamp, you need to put another heat source in. If they're all specifically avoiding the heat lamp, you have to raise your heat lamp so that it's not too hot. But this is a good mix. They all seem to be spread about, doing their own thing. Works out well. Could watch them all day, but I got shit to do, so. Alright, there's a video about ducks and chicks. Oh, one more very important thing is if you're going to mix your chickens and your ducks and or turkeys, which I have a broody turkey, so hopefully we'll have turkey soon, you have to get non-medicated chick crumbles or game bird crumbles, but it has to be non-medicated because the medicine will make your ducks and your turkeys sick and die. They cannot have medicated chick starter But it is okay for your chicks to have non-medicated starter. If you keep the bedding clean, wash out their water often, and keep their food dry and clean, they do not need medicated food. If you're buying your chicks from a Tractor Supply or farm store or hatchery, they have been vaccinated against most things anyway, so you do not need medicated chick food. That's just one more freaking thing you don't need to eat if you're eating eggs and chickens. So non-medicated is very important for ducks and turkeys, and chicks go just fine on it. But you have to specify non-medicated, because if you tell your farm store you just want chick food, they're just automatically going to give you medicated. And they need crumbles. Those are crumbles, little tiny pieces, versus pelletized. Hold on, this is pelletized. They cannot process these yet. They're too big, and ducks and chickens need grit in their crop to help grind up food. And in this environment, there's no dirt, no rocks, no stones, nothing for them to use as grit. And I don't give it to them just yet because they don't need it, because they have crumbles and plenty of water. The crumbles just mush up in there and they're fine. So, oh, bigger view, sorry. There. So, that's the ducks and the chicks. They're gangly little things that are amusing to watch. Okay, Snarky Homestead, subscribe or not, I don't fucking care. Peace out.